Hello everyone, it's Mish here, and welcome to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by, and if you're returning, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Today will be another page in the Margarete Miller's Collage Challenge 2024. I had to think for a minute, I've got so many things going on. And this is week 30 of the challenge. I am using a book that I picked up at Value Village, which I am really enjoying working in. If you haven't seen my other pages, they are all in a playlist on my channel. So the playlist is Margarete Miller 2024. And the prompts for today, oops, something sticky there. The prompts for today are something associated with a specific place you've visited, something ornate, textured paper, a plant, a flower plant, a clothing tag, and bonus is a sewing stitch, real, drawn, or stamped. So I am going to swap out the clothing tag with the sewing stitch, and I'm going to do that with a stamped image. So I'm just going to start, as I usually do, by getting down some background papers. And I'm not exactly sure where things are going to go with this collage, but we have to start somewhere. So let's get started. I wasn't sure if I was going to get this one done for Sunday or not, because I leave for holiday the day after tomorrow. And by the time you see this, we're only going for a few days. By the time you see this, we'll be on our way back home. So, and hopefully it's been uneventful, the holiday. I mean, hopefully there's a lot of exciting, nice things, but I don't want any hassles. Get enough of those in everyday life. So it has been a lot of warm weather here lately. Oops. But today has been nice and cool, at least in my area of the woods. I think I'll pull this over a little bit this way. So yeah, after I worked today, and then I just had my supper as I was downloading a couple videos for my junk journal challenge, as I did those ahead of time while I was going to be away. But then I need to run off and do some errands, get some food for the girls. They're staying here. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure. I've got a few. My textured paper is this mulberry paper, I think it's called. It's almost like homemade, but it's not really. It's kind of silky, and it has this lovely kind of rough texture on this side, and this side's a bit smooth. So I have a couple of those. This one here is a bit more translucent than this one. So that's what I'm going to use for my textured paper. And then for my images, something ornate is Westminster Abbey is what I'm going to use, because that is quite ornate. And then something associated with a specific place I visited. Well, again, I'm going to use Westminster Abbey, and here's the choir stalls. I used to go to Even Church a lot when I lived in London, and we used to sit in the choir stalls, and it was very magical. That's one thing of a lot of things that I just miss so much. So that's my memory, or my thing associated with a place. So the choir stalls, and London, I guess, in general. And then the flower that I've chose is the Westminster Abbey rose. So I thought that would be relevant for today's collage. And then, right, so then that's kind of the images that I'm going to use. So I pulled a couple other things with flowers, and I kind of thought I could layer these down as well. So I'm thinking maybe of putting the tag there. I'm wondering about maybe switching those out and putting that one at the top. I think that might be better that way. Yeah, so I'm gonna just tack down the center for now, because I'm not really sure where things are going here. But let's say there, roughly, and it's relatively straight, I think. I've got my, there, that's better. And then I think I'll put my tag just over top of that. And I'm just going to leave a little space under my tag to put my prompt. So I'm just going to tag, just get the tag down. Okay, and I think I'll just overlap that a little bit so that the layers behind we can still see somewhat. Okay, and then I can tuck that underneath there. I like to tuck my prompts in the layout. And then with this one here, I like that because again there's some flowers there. I'm just going to get this tacked down and just wedge that under there. See how that looks. Okay, and then we've got that one, and then I want something. I've got another tag here, so I think I will put that behind there. What would that look like? Yeah, I think that would look okay. So I'm just gonna get that down like there, and then I wanted that under there or over there. I'm not sure. What about? No, I kind of like it over there because then I can always put a strip or something. Because I don't really like that gray mark there. Okay, so let's get that down. We haven't had any thunder and lightning here all summer. And I don't like any kind of damage or destruction from the thunder and lightning, but I do like thunder and lightning. So I liked this little image here. So let's get this down. My Westminster Abbey. And which way do we want to go here? Do we want to go that way or that way? I think we want to go this way. Okay, and then I really like that little image there, that big flower. So I'm thinking that can go kind of there. And then my textured paper, actually I was going to put that underneath there, but I'm not sure if I can now. I was going to put either this one or this one. This one. Okay. So we'll get that down. Like so. I'll layer it a little bit underneath there. Like that. And then this flower can kind of lay on top of that, which I think will be cool. Or maybe down some, no, up there. Okay. And then I don't think I'll use that one then. We cut out there, but I then found this strip that I think I would like to use this side. And I'm thinking this, how far did I want to go? Over to here, I guess. And then I had my stitching. So I'm going to actually stamp on to put some stitching down. So before I do that, I just want to go along and just use a little bit of glue to tack some of these edges down so they don't kind of pop up as I'm stamping. And as it'd be kind of difficult to take this book to the sewing machine. Suppose if I had one of those little handheld ones, that might work. So I do have my stamp pad here, and I have a paper for stamping off because I don't want it to be really, really dark. So I'm thinking maybe along this edge here. Get some stamping in there. And then along the bottom, we'll do a little row of stitching. And it's quite subtle, but I like it that way. And that's because I'm stamping off. Okay, and then I'll do a little along this edge here. Okay, and then I was figuring while I was doing some stamping that I pulled out some more of my stamps that I use kind of for mixed media. And I have this little flower stamp, so I thought that I would just kind of do a little bit of, get some little flowers around there because they're cute. What do I do with that? And I usually just use a baby wipe for just wiping off my stamps. I've got a few little polka dot ones here. So I'm kind of thinking just to do a little bit of like a little layered effect around where the flowers are. And then I also have just some words, a bit of script. I think I'll use this one just to kind of add a little something to the tags. And maybe down there on that textured paper. And maybe up there. I think that kind of draws. I think I need a little just on there though. So I think that's a bit, and why not across the flower there? Okay, so that's my stamping. And then I just wanted to add, because you guys know me, if you follow me, there's gotta be more stuff. So I have this little sticker, kind of thought that I would layer on there. And I had this one here too, that I thought, I wonder if I could get that up, because I kind of like that better than this. But if it's going to rip stuff, we'll just have to leave it. But I think we can do it. Yay. Because I liked this better, now that I look at it. Oops. I like this. That's kind of cool. And then just because it's very white, we'll have to do a little bit of stamping on it to make it blend in with the rest of the spread. And we might as well stick a little flower on it. Okay, so I like that. And then I'm just kind of thinking, I found this, and I don't often put a lot of actual writing stuff, but I Must Have Flowers Always and Always by Monet. And I think that would go really good on that little area there. And then, what else do I have on my desk here? I'd like to get a butterfly for up there. So, let's see what we can find in our butterfly sticker book. Kind of like that one right there. And the blue will, I think, would just add a little contrast, which is always nice. My eye is being drawn to that one, so I think it might have to be that one. Unless I go with this one, which is nice too. And it kind of blends the colors in, and it blends in with the choir stalls. So that's nice. And then I think we're kind of getting there. Actually, I'm kind of happy with that one. Yeah, so I think we'll stop there. I always say that and then I see something else because I just saw this that I liked. And I'm thinking I might like that up there. Nah, I think that would be too much. There is a point that we do have to stop. Even though I hesitate to stop. But yeah, so I'm finished for today. So I hope that you like this. If you did, I'd love for you to give me a like. And if you haven't subscribed, that would be great. But no pressure. But until we meet again, I hope you stay safe and well. And bye for now.